at right now. So it's like, for whatever light is coming in, the dark is coming in like right next to it. But like we're almost like in the same wound in some way. Like we're all in a wound together. And like we can't seem to get out. So they keep putting me in a dead zone, okay? I'm in a trafficking dead zone. That's what they're doing. They have me in an Air Force dead zone, okay? So whatever this is, if you prayers to clear the dead zone, because it just went down on me, because they don't want me live right now. They don't want me to have subscribers. They don't want me to make money. They just want to block me. They're ready to block me because I am a truth teller. I'm fucking strong. I'm powerful, and I'm outing their asses and their freaking global trafficking operation. Their Project 25 freaking blacklist, Donald Trump's freaking blacklist terrorist plot against the United States of America. So they keep putting me in dead zones right now. So let me know if you guys can hear me, okay? Because I just went down into a dead zone. I just like went down, the bar went down right after I cleared it to go live. Let me see if there's any that can, if you guys are allowed to comment. Chat filter, all messages. All right, let me know if you guys can hear me, okay? Or if the signal is cut out. I can start up with interesting. All right, so no comments are even coming in right now. Community monitor, participant, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I should just do subscribers can participate. All right, cool. All right, well, I haven't gotten any comments from anybody on her. So anyway, let me know if you guys can hear me or not and it's coming in, because it looks like I'm in their trafficking dead zone right now. And this is what they do. They block your phone. They block you from people finding you. They block your signal. This is how they own you. They own you through their communications. Okay, good. So flying without a room can see and hear me. Okay, good. All right, so let's see their messages coming through. I just feel like everything is coming to the light right now. Everything. Like everything is coming up. It feels like it's bubbling up to surface. And it has to right now, because it's just part of where we're at as a world, because there's just so much stuff that's been hidden for so freaking long. And until it comes to the light, we are not going to be able to address it. And we have to address it like head on, like in each other's faces in a way. You know what I mean? Like we have to be like, it's like we're in the wound together. Like we're not getting it until we address it. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting how this plays out for everybody right now. Pillar of light. It says your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. So right now, just keep staying in your truth, guys. Just stay in your truth. Keep standing in your faith. The energies are really crazy in space right now, okay? Like, we should say the astral realms are a mess, okay? The astral realms are really messy. And it's because these dictators, authoritarians decided that they wanted to play God, okay? They decided that they wanted to play God, all right? And that's part of their one world order, their world domination. They decided to play God, and they decided to go into places where they are not welcome, okay? And they decided to start playing around with portals, okay? With atoms, with science, DNA, okay? They decided to play God, and now the storm is here, okay? There's a new storm coming in because of what they've done in the astral planes. They've messed our protections. So many chosen ones, light workers, have been through the ringer. We're talking around like round clock spiritual attacks, okay? We're talking about demonic attacks of a level that's so uncanny. If you fall into that category, you will know. You will know who you are because you have been through the ringer. A lot of them are on YouTube, and they are in straight up survival mode, okay? Because those are the beings, those are the people who have been most affected by this type of warfare, okay? Or this type of attacks. And I'm out there on freaking battleground. Like I'm out there. I am freaking always saying prayers for all of the light workers, all the people who are victims of this dark regime. I am always in light, healing energies, protections. I'm always just doing whatever I'm guided to do. So if you are feeling guided, if you think something is going on in the astral planes, if you just get messages around something repeating over and over, and subconsciously you're getting a message, send it healing energy, send it love, okay? Send it the highest vibration of light energies. If you keep hearing something like the Akasha, or if you're hearing anything about a saint, an angel, anything that repeats over and over again, call in prayers for whatever that is, because that's what they are attacking or going after. I was reading my old notebooks, dude. I can't even believe this. I was like, what the hell did I write down? Like, the stuff I was channeling in 2023 is so intense, but like I understand it now. Like I understand like I was channeling it. I have all of this stuff coming in. I have like psyops. I have something about like the perfect spin, Breitbart, Naval Academy, like Westminster Abbey. I have that 9-1 coming through. Like I had all of these things coming through, and I feel like now, like in hindsight, I'm like, oh my God, that's when they were probably attacking these things. I have stuff about the DNA. I have something about death stocks in here. Like Constantinople, Mesopotamia, that's when they were going after all of these areas. Okay, when these messages were coming in, that's when they were going after them. There were other things I had about the DNA that were so advanced that I was like, oh, I already knew what they were doing. I knew it, but I already knew what they were doing with the DNA. Let me see if I can find the stuff around the DNA in here. There was something about them doing something where they were creating isotopes from the DNA and then using a carrier agent through the vaccine to manipulate timelines. Like, I had that written in here, and I'm like, wait a second, what? What the hell? What the hell is going on? So, like, these were things that I was just, like, channeling, and I forgot that I was even channeling them. I found some other stuff about the DNA as well, and the vaccine in another one, but the isotope one was today. Like, I found something about the isotopes, okay? Like, creating isotopes, and then in some way catapulting those isotopes into timelines that they're not supposed to be in, almost like a form of time travel. Like I'm gonna give an example. Okay, the dictator, okay, who's super evil, and then there's a person who's like a freaking blown light being, or let's just call them a light worker, starseed, okay, someone who works with the light, is a healer, and high vibrational energy. They figured out a way to get the dictator, create an isotope of the dictator, and then put him in the timeline of freaking light being, so that they're feeding off of their timeline in some way, or feeding off of their energies in some way. And that's where a lot of these attacks are coming in, okay? It's through a DNA manipulation. It's through, I was getting that they were imprinting the DNA, almost like a copy of the DNA, like a photo print of the DNA. And then through that photo print is how they're able to manipulate timelines, or manipulate outcomes, or take from light beings, take our destiny, go after us, or access to us, breaking into our sacred energy fields, breaking into our auric fields. So a lot of that stuff is coming up, okay? It's coming up right now. So however is coming up, I wrote these things down in 2023. It was coming in around like April timeframe, 2023. So we're over a year later, and it's coming in somehow. It's coming around. The energies are coming back around, where I think people are figuring out, like, something's not right. Like, something's not right on Earth right now, okay? And, like, I'm here to validate any of you who are having those feelings, like, you've been under spiritual warfare. It feels like nothing good seems to be coming in for you. It feels like the shift, what you're hoping for, it's like it's not coming in. I'm here to tell you that stuff is not right, okay? Stuff is not right. And I feel like now everybody is kind of, like, getting the freaking the call, so to speak, like, shit's not right. And it's down to a science, guys. It's not just like, you know, something that is, it's not just a holy war, okay? I don't like, it is a holy war, but it's not like a holy war in terms of it's Lucifer against, like, Archangel Michael, you know what I mean? It's not just like Satanism or satanic rituals. It's a science. This is science-based warfare that has crossed over into a spiritual plane of our existence of humanity. And they have figured out a way through science, biomolecular science, molecular warfare, to get into the DNA and manipulate it. And so this is stuff that I think we all have to wake up to. So Anna's saying, do you think there was a timeline leap when Biden stepped out? Yeah. So I have felt for sure, like, stuff is not with the presidency at all. Like, stuff has not been right since Joe Biden was inaugurated, okay? The shit has not been right. I feel like he was attacked right away. I also felt Kamala was attacked right away by whatever this was. I feel that stuff was not right. Like, stuff was not right, okay? Within the Oval, within the White House, within our country at that point. If you think of timelines of everything, we just went through an insurrection. Donald Trump overthrew his own government, okay? His own country. But it doesn't go out to the news like that. It doesn't go out to the papers that way. Why? Because they're all bought and paid for by Russia, okay? The media bought and paid off, okay? When Donald Trump kicked out the U.S. news media out of the Oval, I don't know if it was the Oval that he kicked them out, but he kicked them out, and then he let in the Russian media, and he was taking a photo with two oligarchs, okay? Lavrov was one of them, and the other one was, I can't think of his freaking name. He's larger in size. I don't remember his fucking name. Okay, that was the message, okay? That was the message to the U.S. news media that we were basically going under attack, okay? That was the fucking message. He kicked out the U.S. news media. Now, I don't know if that was received in the way that I'm talking about it as, okay? I don't know if it was, but I know it was a big, okay? I mean, it was covered all over the news that he did that. But that to me symbolizes a moment in our country where the news would no longer be the news. Because if we look at everything after that point in time, Fox News was no longer reporting on the same news stories or facts as the rest of the newspapers and news channels, okay? They were no longer doing that. They're messing with my mind right now. They're trying to turn me into a robot and get me to say something. Like, they're already infiltrating my mind right now. They don't want me talking about this. I call on Archangel Michael to clear out their devices and systems. So a lot of their systems and technologies that they are using to own people like me, to traffic us, targeted individual programs, which are also connected to Havana syndrome, which targeted a lot of people in politics, okay, which is what I read on my channel for many, many years. They're using space technologies, okay? So as part of the space agendas, all right? It was getting a lot of references to these joint, I don't know what they're called, joint agendas or projects with Russia and the United States. So the Russians went up with NASA and the US to out of Cape Canaveral. They went to space on a space coalition in 2022, I want to say. Is it 2022, 2023? That's a big deal. That's a big deal, okay? The US appears to have had a secret coalition with Russia ever since Donald Trump got into his fake presidency, because I still don't believe he actually won. I believe Hillary did win, and I believe that was also part of a cover-up, because every single investigation into that was halted by Donald Trump. And if you actually won the election, you wouldn't people or end investigations into your election if you actually won. And that's just common sense. And that is stuff that doesn't go out to the US media either. It never goes out. It never goes out. That's just common freaking sense, dude. It's like, you wouldn't need to fire people. You wouldn't fire Sally Yates, okay? If you were not compromised by Russia. And that was what she claimed. You wouldn't have to fire people if it didn't happen. You know? It's like, come on, dude, wake up. Like, wake up, America. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, it's right in our faces. Like, all of it to me, it seems so obvious. Yet there is like so many people around the globe that have a completely different other story about freaking Donald Trump through bought and paid media. And that, like I said, what I think the symbolization of him kicking out the US media was that there would be this psychological warfare going out through fake news media, propaganda, even to the point of using social media influencers to align to those talking points, to align to the false talking. Because I just sit here all the time, and if I accidentally stumble upon an influencer who is saying stuff that doesn't resonate with me, I'm like, wow, they're so far gone. Like, they're so far gone. But there's so many of that really are believing that they know exactly what has happened. They also have huge followings, and that is all by design. The people who are actually truth do not have the freaking followings. They do not get the freaking stories like out in the way that they're supposed to, because they're a threat to this group. They're a threat to the regime. The regime will go after you if you are getting out too much of the truth. They will go after you. They will silence you. That is part of my attack. That is part of what they have done to me. In fact, the beginning of my attack, when they first hooked up the V2K system to my ear, the man in my ear said, "We think you know too much." That's what they said to me. "We think you know too much, Amy, and now you have to die." That's what I got to hear in my freaking ear around 2021. So they go after you, and that's who they are. That is who Donald Trump is. That is who his group is. He is attached to oligarchs and murderers globally. He is aligned to the same agendas as North Korea and Russia. Okay, that's what he's aligned to. Those are his peeps. Yet he's still on the presidential ballot in 2024. And what happened to his sentencing date? Pushed back to September. I think that's a little odd. It's very close. It's too close to a presidential election, a sentencing date of September. So are we going to have something come out in September that he's going to prison and he's no longer on the ballot? Or are we going to push it back until he's the president of the United States? You know, what are we doing right now? They're cutting me. Yeah, they put me in a dead zone, so. All right, so I guess I'm going to leave you guys there because they're silencing me right now. And they're ruining the video, and they're blocking me from making money because that's what they do, and they're trafficking me, and they've been trafficking me. So this is why This is why my situation is what it is. These people are pure evil. They're pure evil. And they put me in a dead zone. So anyways, I will leave you guys there. Hopefully some of that comes through. And if it doesn't, I guess whoever's meant to hear the messages will hear the messages. But right now, whatever, I can use this as evidence of them putting me in their dead trafficking zone and silencing me because I truth. So anyways, I will leave you guys there. I'm sending you guys so much love, blessings, and I'll talk to you guys soon.